All right. Peace, love, and light, family. So I'm coming to you today to show you how to prepare cabbage, how to chop it up, and zucchini and squash, just for those who may need to know. So first, you want a cutting board. You want a really sharp knife, and you want to rinse all your vegetables off. Now, y'all know I say tap water is bad, so if you have purified water or other types of water you can pour over it, awesome. So you start with your head of cabbage, and if it has all these extra leaves on it, sometimes in the store people choose not to pick these because they don't know what to do with them, but I like to get them because it's extra cabbage. So you literally just tear them all off, and I'm going to set those to the side, and I'll cut those up last. You also want to have bowls to be able to put your things in once you're done chopping. Now this way is if I want to make like a thinly sliced stir fry type of cabbage ordeal, then I'll do it this way. So I'll just put it down, start with the head, and you see it falls into big pieces like that, like this. And so what I'll do is kind of put it to the side for a second, and then if I'm wanting like a thin stir fry, I'll just take this little mound and cut it, so you guys can see, cut it into vertical thin strips. And so there I have like my stir fry type cabbage. And then I go ahead and put it in my little bowl. And so that's what I'm going to go through and do for that. Now I'm going to show you, let me do that for you one more time. Cut it thin, and then cut it thin. And then take your bowl to the edge of the cutting board, scoop it in. Make it easy on yourself. So this is that prep work you need to do at the beginning of the week when you don't want to, you know, you want to make cabbage on Wednesday, but it's Sunday. You just go ahead and have all that prep. And you can put it in a storage bag or a storage container. Pour a little bit of lemon juice over it to keep it from the oxidation, turning it brown. And yeah. Also, music. Set the tone for what you're doing by the music that you play. So it's some trap music in the back right now. Okay, so this is another way if you want it kind of chunky, like when I do, I normally add potatoes to my cabbage. So if I'm making some type of stew or something like that, I really like chunky cabbage. So same process, I could cut the head, or I can go ahead and take a big chunk out of it, right? Then cut it in the middle, cut it 4 ways, and then just cut that 4 ways vertically. And then you just have really big chunks. And so I like to put them in the oven with the top on and let it do its thing. So that's pretty much how you do cabbage. Now I have some zucchini and a yellow squash here, but hold on. These are unpeeled and these are peeled. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do these. But I like to peel mine just because I do. So after they're peeled, go ahead and chop the top end off. And you just simply cut it down. You can make them as thin or as thick as you like. And I like to get all the way down. So you see how they look. And then I go ahead and just, y'all see me? Cut it in the middle. So then you have halves. And then depending on the dish I'm making or how far I need to stretch, I'll cut it in fourths. So sometimes I use this as like a taco meat. And so now they're in fourths. So then I just go through some of my halves, some of my fourths. And zucchinis can stretch, and they don't need to be cooked long. They can be steamed. Now, my scraps from it, I normally save all my scraps. So even if some of the ends of the cabbage you think you're not going to use, I put them in a Ziploc bag and keep it in the freezer. And once it's full, I go ahead and boil it. And then I drain that water that I boiled it with, and that remaining juice is now my vegetable broth. So never, never, never throw away your stuff, or compost it at least. If you know you're not going to do that, don't just throw it in the trash. There's all kind of bushes and trees that we can use. So same same thing. Put the bowl up under the cutting board and just scoop it in there. So it's the same process with the yellow squash, but I'm going to show you how to do the ends of these cabbages real quick. So I like to take it and roll mine. And sometimes I like to cut this hard like middle part out. Like I don't like it. So I just go to the top of where I see it start. Cut that middle section. And then just tear that off. So now it looks like that because I've cut the middle section out. Then I fold it. Then I roll it. And then I cut. And you'll see it like kind of spiralize. Don't pull it apart. You could leave it like that if you want, but I always go back through and cut it once more. So that way you're getting your ultimate use of the cabbage. I'll show you that again. So cut that vine out in the middle. Put it in my compost or my scrap for my broth that I'm going to put in the freezer. It's a quick way. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I know I'm not looking at the camera directly, but I'm trying to. So yeah, I hope you got something out of that. If you have any questions or ideas, continue to send them to me. Appreciate you guys. Peace, love, and light.